And this is what we're going to be talking about. Hello, everyone. We are live. I'm Josh Goldstein. I'm your favorite immigration lawyer. I'm sure of it. And I'm excited to be with you today. Let's get into it. Let's talk about naturalization and citizenship. How cool is that? Let's talk about the whole thing. Sarah Yasmin is here. Luisa's here. Nemo, Hassan, welcome, one and all. Welcome to everyone. Sarah, good morning to you as well. Who will ask me the very first question? I wonder who it's going to be. There will be a lot of clapping involved when I get that question. So let's talk about the changes to naturalization. Let's talk about the changes to citizenship. There are several. They're going to make the test harder. They're going to talk to your neighbors. They are changing the good moral character. They're doing all sorts of stuff when it comes to naturalization. Why do you suppose that is? Why are they making all these things so much harder when it comes to naturalization? Anybody that want to venture to guess? They do not want you to become a U.S. citizen. They don't want that. They want to discourage you. They want you to give up. They want you to think, oh, it's too hard. I'm not going to get approved. Oh, my God. Sarah just got her interview. I'm excited for you. But for naturalization, they don't want you to get an interview. They don't want you to do this. They want you to give up. They want you to look at the situation and say, I'm not going to do this. I'm scared. I'm going to get arrested at the interview. They're going to talk to my neighbors. They're going to make it hard. They're not going to pass me. I want them to they want you to say, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm scared. That's what they want to do. They want to keep you scared, and they want to discourage you from applying for naturalization. And here is the truth. I know you, many of you, and I know the mindset. And my clients who are most successful don't care how difficult it is. They're going to do it. Immigrants get the job done, okay? And if you make things difficult, they're going to still succeed. These are people. Am I a Democratic lawyer? I don't support Trump. No. I stand with people who are trying to reach their immigration goals. How long is the N-400 taking now? I'd say 6 months to a year. The processing times are fast. I suspect it's because people are discouraged and they're not applying as much. But here's the thing. People who want to become a citizen are going to do this. And the people who are going to succeed are the people who are going to stand up and do it. They're going to go for it. If they want to talk to your neighbors, so what? If they want to make the test harder, so what? You're going to pass the test. You're going to do whatever is asked of you, whatever needs to be done. You can do it. You deserve to be approved. And the people who succeed are going to be the ones who get the job done, who take action. And meanwhile, all the other people out in the back who are afraid are going to be sitting around saying, oh, I wish I had applied for naturalization long ago. 2 years from now, they could change the immigration laws to make them harder. Nothing's getting easier. Time is not on your side, okay? Time is not on your side. So you have to take action and do this. We have Assad. He has a question about the H-1B fee, the $100,000 fee. The $100,000 fee is going to be struck down through litigation. There'll be a lot of lawsuits, and eventually it'll end because there's too much at stake. That's my prediction. If Trump is allowed to change the filing fee to $100,000, then the whole immigration system could collapse. He could change all the fees to $100,000. Actually, I shouldn't even say that out loud. I'm giving him ideas. Are we going to have any questions from YouTube? Any questions from Facebook? Any questions from LinkedIn? SCOTUS is going to strike it down. LOL. Yeah, the LOL is a tough part there. Yeah, I get it. Grace says, I see some lawyers, they think DACA is going to stay, and other lawyers think it's going to end. Well, nobody knows what will happen, right? But I can tell you this. If you have DACA, by the way, thank you for liking this. If you hit the like button, that would help me. And if you share this, that would help me even more. But whether DACA stays or goes, the important thing to know is that if you have DACA, you should act as if it is going to end. You should look for an option. A green card through marriage is one option, something like that. I think would be good. Sarah, thank you. Grisling, Leo, Theo. Need to get a little more caffeine in my body. Jessica, the first person to ask me about HR 875. HR 875. Okay. I've said this once. I've said it twice. I've said it many, many times. And I'm going to tell you again so that everybody hears this. HR 875 is not going to pass. It's not going to become law. You don't have to worry about that. So HR 875 is a new proposal that would change the way immigration treats DUIs. And it would make a DUI the consequences far more harsh than they are now. And that's not going to pass. Why am I so confident that it's not going to pass? Because they don't have the votes to pass it. That's why. I'm from a banned country. I have a K-1 interview on October 6th. Will the visa be approved? No. Your visa cannot be issued if you're from a banned country. The K-1 visa is not, you can't get a visa, but still you should go to your interview and pursue it because the travel ban could be lifted. Who knows? But don't give up. Here's a question from Renato on YouTube. Hey, how can I talk to you? I'm trapped in Brazil. I went to my interview after my interview. 4 months now, I-130. So typically after around 6 months, we help people. We file lawsuits. So I would say you can talk to me. You can set up an appointment. But if it's 4 months, it's a little premature. And I hope you get your visa before 6 months. But if you don't, I'm ready to help you and I can help you. Grisland, please, I have a question. Can you apply for citizenship even after I have arrest on 2023 and it got dismissed? Yeah, you could. I'd have to review it before I could give you the green light, but sure. Even if H75 passed the Senate with all those votes. It didn't pass the Senate. It didn't pass the House. What is an acceptable edition of the I-860, I-45? I think you can find that information online. Gingerbread AFGH. If refused 221G and your paper has been sent back to USCIS, is there a possibility you can continue? Well, Gingerbread, was your case marriage-based? Tell me more. Renato, thank you. We have CHY says hello. Hello, CHY. Hello, everybody out there. If you don't know me, I'm Josh Goldstein. I'm an immigration lawyer who is truly passionate about helping you reach your goals, whether it's a green card or a visa or citizenship or whatever it is. I can help you get there, and I will help you get there. And I help people in all 50 states and around the world from my offices in Los Angeles. Can I call you directly? Yes, you can call me directly. The phone number is right here. This is my law firm. We have people who answer the phone. We have people who do all sorts of things besides me, but this is the direct phone number to reach me out. Can 3 guest roles in a TV show get me an O1B? Maybe. I don't handle those types of cases, but I can refer you to someone who does. Who else? Please, how many months kids for you to share? How many months kids for you to share the earth? I don't know. How much is a consultation in my office? Some consultations are free. Others are $150. So reach out to us, Yadi. We're happy to help you out. We do consultations by email, by phone, by video conference, and also right here in person in this office that I'm in right now, which is in downtown Los Angeles. We help people in Texas, all over. No one. What's up, my Josh? Have a good day. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Andres, give me a call. Who else has a question? K1 visa. Yeah, so, okay, Gingerbread, are you listening? Because I have some very important advice for you. This is not advice you're going to like, but it's very important that you hear this. So let me know. If you're here, Gingerbread, put in the comments. So here's what happened to Gingerbread. She's waiting for a K1 visa. She went to the interview. She did everything expected of her. Her K1 visa petition was approved. Are you listening, Gingerbread? I hope so. So your visa petition was approved. You went to the interview to get the K1 visa. The consulate said no. The consulate sent your visa back to DHS for possible revocation. Here's what I have to tell you, Gingerbread. And again, you're not going to like this information, but your K1 visa is going to be denied for sure. There's no chance that you're going to get approved. And then they're going to send you a letter that says your K1 visa petition has been revoked because it's expired. And you're going to be thinking, it's expired? Well, why would it be expired? It's expired because it's their fault it expired. This is crazy. Nevertheless, that's the way it is, okay? I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying it's reasonable. I'm not saying it's right. But if you go to the K1, if you go to your visa interview for a K1 visa, they send it back to DHS, it's game over. So, Gingerbread, if you're listening, and I hope you are, here's what you need to do to fix this. Here's what you need to do to get the visa that you deserve and that you should have gotten, okay? You need to go and get married. Have your husband or wife or your spouse come to your home country and marry you in person. None of this virtual marriage stuff. It's not going to work. Get married, okay? And then you need to file a new visa petition based on marriage. And I know what you're thinking. You're saying, oh my God, that's going to take so long. I can't believe it. How can I do that? It's going to take so long. I don't want to do it. And it's going to be very discouraging to know that you have to start over. Yeah. But that's what you need to do. Josh, do you have an office in Texas? I'll be filing my citizenship. I want to process it. So we don't have an office in Texas. We have tons of clients in Texas. We handle immigration cases in all 50 states. Someone asked me if I have an office in Columbus. I was just in Columbus. I did about 25 consultations while I was there. And we may be coming back to Columbus, where possible trips include Columbus, Nebraska, and maybe going around. I kind of like getting out into the rest of the country and meeting with people and so on. So if you want me to come to your town and do a consultation in person with you and have lunch or whatever, would love to do that. Can you talk about the November 1st change? Is it legal, legit? No, I don't know. Are they really going to take 40,000 immigrants? No, they're not. Gingerbread says, is it not possible to reapply again for the K1 visa? Yes, it is possible, but Gingerbread, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So you tried for the K1 visa once, it didn't work. So now I'm recommending that you get married. But what do I know? You can do another K1 visa, and then you could have another denial. All right. Questions. Send me your questions. I would love to see your questions. Send them over. Is it true that November 1st you can do interviews in a country if you're a resident of? No. Is it true that November 1st you can do countries? Generally you do interviews, consular interviews in the country you're from, generally. So I don't think that's anything new. You can't. You can't do countries that you're a resident of. I haven't heard of anything like that. I don't know about that. Cash flow is here. Who else is going to join us? Who has questions? Bellissima86, great to see you. Frequent guest on here. Appreciate you spending your time with me. Aya, is it possible to live with my sick dad? I'm a European citizen and my dad is an American citizen. Is it possible to live with your sick dad? It's possible to live in the United States if you have a green card. First of all, I'm sorry about your dad. It's possible to live in the United States if you have a green card. If you're European and your dad's a citizen and you don't have a green card, you have to explore ways to get a green card. Green card through marriage, green card through a petition that your dad files for you. All these sorts of things. Sorry. Just need a little more caffeine to get me going. How long does it take for the I-360? So the I-360 form, this is a question from Ada Chicago. The I-360 form is used for many different types of applications. VAWA, special immigrant juvenile, many things like that. So it depends on what type of case you're filing. But VAWA cases, for example, they take a long time. We're talking about a couple of years. Now, widow, yeah, I think probably 18 months minimum. I'm sorry for your loss, Ada. And if I can be of any help to you, please reach out. Would love to help you. How long is the administration process? How long is a minute? 26 months? Okay. Yeah, I think you should reach out to me at some point soon. Administrative processing, how long does that take? So first of all, let's explain what that is. Someone says at the rate the UK is going, you'll have refugees coming from there. Well, the grass is always greener. We do have cold beer. That is one major advantage to the US, in my American opinion. So what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. So what is administrative processing? So you go to your visa interview. You deserve the visa. You prepared for the visa. You bring all the documents that they ask. You answer all their questions. And then instead of getting the visa, they make you wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait. And they never give you the visa that you deserve. They never make a decision. And so what we do is we go to court, we sue them, and we force them to make a decision on your case. And it's good. It's a good way to resolve things. Our friend said, I joke, but as a Jewish family, it's not great in the UK. Well, I'm sorry. Lashana Tova, Happy New Year to you. Apples, honey, may you be inscribed in the book of life and all these good things. Peace, love, and happiness for all the world. CHY, question. I talked to another immigration lawyer about my case as a widow, but they wouldn't use that path for me. Okay. Reyes. Hi, Josh. Hey, Reyes. How's it going? Hope everything is well. Cheerful. How about immigrant visa? How about it? What question do you have? Let me know. Any update on I-730 for Afghan? Yes. I-730 for Afghans is dead. There's a presidential proclamation that blocks the approval of these cases. Can the I-601 be expedite? Spoke to an immigration officer and he said no, let the waiver run its course. Bellissima, there is a way to request expedited processing for I-601 waivers, and you're welcome to do that. But in my experience, it's very unlikely that that the USCIS is going to actually expedite your waiver. And I don't like to charge people money for that and take on their case. And it's not because I don't want to help. It's because if I take money from you, I want to make sure that you end up with a good solution, that you're effective. Rhea says, is this a good sign? Passport through our courier partner. That is inconclusive. Bellissima says, I missed your response. Expedite requests, you can do it, but it's unlikely to work. Give it a shot, but don't get your hopes up. Is it a good sign that they're sending you your passport? No. It's neither good nor bad. I think it's inconclusive, in my opinion. Lionheart, I'm F2A. My parents naturalized while I'm over 21, but I'm protected under CSPA. Can C2A convert it to? Yeah, you can do that. In my experience, most people who think they are protected by the Child Status Protection Act actually turn out not to be protected. And I hope I'm wrong in your case and that you are protected by Child Status Protection Act. She Rocked Things joined us. MD is here. Our initial DACA applications that were stuck back in 2021 being reviewed now, no, they are not. They are not. The humanitarian parole for Afghan nationals are still being processed under Trump administration. Maybe. Can an I-130 while an I-730 is pending? I'm now waiting for. Yes, you can file an I-130. Advice for a person going to immediate relative interview. Bring all your documents. Get there early. Dress nicely. Review your applications. Those are some immediate ideas that I have. Do I have any thoughts as to why receipt notices for VAWA are taking a long time, 2+ months? No, I don't. That's odd. I think you should, at some point, after a while, I think it's probably, it probably means there's something wrong. I need a consultation on what to do next in my case. If you do, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help you. Elbainda, can you answer my question? Please post your question. I'll try to answer it. When I came to the U.S. for a spouse visa, I traveled to another country within a few months. I hope you have your green card, and I hope you come back right away. Are there any updates? I'm married to a green card holder, so she can apply for me in the U.S. Are you from a travel ban country? If you're in the U.S., well, hopefully your wife can naturalize soon. McDonald Nwagwu, after you get approved for your I-130, how do you get your green card? So there are two ways to get a green card. There is getting a green card if you're outside the U.S., and that involves an interview at a consulate, or you can get a green card in the U.S., but that involves an I-45. The I-130 is a visa petition. It's not a green card. So I think you should, I mean, it sounds, it sounds a little strange, but this is the way it is. What does it mean that USCIS is no longer assigning cases to service centers, but doesn't mean anything? It's useless. It's how USCIS processes your application means nothing. If I have a green card, can I travel to the UK? I don't know anything about immigration in the UK, but you may need a visa to go there. Right? Am I right? It's true. Waiting on a U visa since 2018. You should contact me. That's a long time, 7 years. Susan's here. Welcome. Mary McAllister, Fatma. EAD is produced. What's that mean for George? It means it's going to got a work permit coming, brother. That's what it means. K1 visa got approved for the USCIS, but will the NVC approve it from a full banned country? No. If you're from a banned country, you're not getting a K1 visa. You got to get married. You can get a green card through marriage, but not a K1 visa. It's a stupid distinction, but this is the world we live in, right? This is the world we live in. US is backlogged. They only give 10,000 a year. I know. I just got my approval notice that my I-45 and I-130 were approved. How long till my green card arrives? Not long. Soon. Amanda, I had a citation for driving without a license. Can I make it smooth during the green card interview? How can you make it smooth? Yes. So they're going to say, have you ever been arrested? And you're going to say, yes, I was arrested. And they're going to say, okay. And then you're going to say, I got arrested for driving without a license. You're going to provide a court certified copy of the final disposition, and you hand it to them, and that's it. Okay. It's not the underlying case that's going to get you deported or get you in trouble or get you denied. You just want to make sure you have the right paperwork. You understand that, Amanda? The sports dietitian. I love the sports dietitian. That's awesome. If I were to marry my DACA partner, will that allow them to get a green card? Maybe. Maybe. What is a good time to have a consultation? Well, give me a call and my team will set it up. Andres. If my spouse 5-year bar is up due to misrepresentation, I'm now waiting for citizenship. What can I do? Well, that's a complicated set of facts. I need to know more about it. I need to do a consultation, figure out what happened, when it happened, what's going on, what you're trying to do, so I can figure out how best to help you. Does that make sense? Thank you for liking this, by the way. I appreciate that. Can an F1 student do a game show like Netflix or YouTube that offers a cash prize for the winner? No, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. That's for golly. Don't do that. Imagine you go to the interview and they're like, hey, you want a student visa. Can you really afford to live in the US without working? And you say, yes, I can, but I'm going to do a game show. I'm going to make money on a game show. They're not going to give you the visa. And don't argue with me. This is just the way it is. Don't do it. Once you get a green card holder, you can go on all the game shows you want. Yeah, don't do it. I know. I'm just using this. I know you're in the US on an F1 visa. When I was talking about the consular interview, I was just using that to illustrate that everybody knows that you're not allowed to make money through a game show on an F1 visa. I wouldn't say everyone knows, but I'm just saying I don't think it's worth it. Get a green card and then you can go on all the game shows you want. Here's someone who says handsome lawyer. I like that person. Thank you, Dawa. I-730 for Afghan. If my mother's eligible for 50/20, can I be her interpreter? You can do whatever you want, but if you're asking me whether you should be your mother's interpreter, I would say no. Tabana. Hey, Josh. Hi. Can someone on an overstayed visa get sponsored by a job? Probably not. Probably not. Let's see here. How backlogged is the U.S. Embassy in Nairobi? A lot. It's going to take time. Lana Love, can I file a green card for my husband? He's out of the country. He came in once, single entry visa. Yes, you can. The devil is in the details, and I would love to review that with you. If you need help, thanks for the rose, by the way. If you need help, reach out to me using the link in my bio or the phone number above my head if you're on. We are live, by the way, on YouTube, LinkedIn, X or Twitter. We're also live on Facebook. We're live on TikTok. We are live everywhere all the time, and it's amazing.